Okay, thanks you guys for hopping on. Today is Wednesday, December 14th, and tonight is going to be kind of a different team call. And I want to talk about defining your top 5 priorities and the way to do that in order to really start targeting the people that you want to be talking to. Now, Teresa has kind of done this with me just the other day. We had a private class and we went a lot more in depth with this exercise. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to cover this for you. And you're going to be doing this on your own. Teresa and I did this in a class together, and we went really in depth with it. So if you feel like you need to dig deeper with this and then do more follow-ups, because Teresa, you and I need to follow up on it now that you've kind of defined it. If you need more follow-up with this and a little bit more understanding, then we can set something up. But this is just something to kind of get you guys thinking about how to post and who you want to post to. So, oh, great. There's Jenny. Hey.
Hi.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, and there's Kevin. Hello. Yeah, rock on. So, okay. So I want to make sure that you guys have a paper and pen, because we're going to start writing, and we're going to get do some deep exercises here, and I want you guys to come up with like 5 or 10 different things in each one of these categories, and we're going to have 6 categories that we're going to be working on, and I'm going to give you some examples of mine. Teresa, do you have your notes from when we did this exercise? If you do, no, you don't. Okay, because I was going to say you could share some of your examples too, but that's okay if you don't. I will share mine. All right. So I'm going to give you just a little snapshot of my top 5 priorities that I came up with through doing this exercise. So, and I don't know if this will come through on there. Can you see this? Can you see that? All right. So kind of, maybe. I'll read them to you, but my top 5 priorities are in this order. And there's a lot that goes into each one, but life balance is number 1. Life balance for me consists of balancing life here at home with my kids and my husband, life with my parents who are elderly and they need taken care of, and errands run and things for them, balance with my Beachbody business, and then balance with everything else that comes at me from outside influences. And I need to really make it a priority to have that balance in my life. Otherwise I go nutty. So that's why that is number 1. Number 2 priority is my marriage. And I don't put that in together with family, because I think it's very important for me to work on that on its own as an entity, because if I don't have a stable marriage to show to my kids and just have that security of a healthy marriage, then what's the point? I need to make marriage a massive priority for myself. The next thing is my family, and that would be my kids and my parents who live right next door, and so they are part of our small, tight-knit family. Making sure they're happy, they're healthy, they're taken care of, And then the next thing, number 4, would be fun fitness. The things that I enjoy doing for fitness, but also bring me peace, bring me balance, help me relieve stress, all of that stuff. But for me, fitness has to be enjoyable. I don't want to be going downstairs in my gym dreading what I'm going to be doing. I want to have fun with it. I want it to be something that I look forward to. So that's very important to me. And then number 5, you can probably guess, is be the banana. So I just, I need to make sure that I don't take things too seriously all the time. I need to, know that I can be silly, be fun, enjoy life, and just, release a little while, occasionally. So those are my top 5. And the way I found those is by defining all of these other areas of my life. So the first thing I want you to write on your paper is passions and interests. This is going to be your first heading. So under passions and interests, I want you to just start listing anything that you're passionate about, that you like doing, that give you joy. Just start listing all these different things, and I'm going to read you off what I have. And for some of these other categories, things are going to overlap a lot probably, and don't worry about that. That's totally fine. Things can overlap and be similar, so don't worry about that. So here's my passions and interests, just to give you an example. Hiking, biking, outdoor activities, party planning, sharing solutions, being creative, family, kayaking, camping, entertaining, fitness, sharing helpful ideas, kitchen shortcuts, Instapot, creating videos, spending time with friends, going up north, working hard to play hard. So stuff like that. There's a few examples of what I'm passionate about, what interests me, and what I have fun with. So just take a minute or two to jot down a bunch of ideas. Now, we're not going to spend a ton of time on these right now during the call, but what I want you to do for homework is go back to this after our call and really fill in these topics or these headings. Think about everything that you can fit into these things, because at the end, we're going to come back and we're going to start, digging a little deeper. So just take a few minutes and share with us. Now, what I would love for you to do, and like I said, I don't want to take up a ton of time, but I would like each one of you to maybe unmute yourself and give us like 1 or 2 things that you got on your list that you think that you're really passionate about. So who do we still have on the call here? It's, for some reason, I can't see everybody. There's Jenny. All right, so Jenny, go ahead and give us a couple of yours.
Okay. Well, I'm passionate about my family, obviously. Fitness, OSU sports. Yay.
Wait, gotta do the hands.
Guns, pistols firing, yes. And high school sports too. I mean, I love any kind of sports, but my son's high school sports, very passionate about that. I'm passionate about trying to find healthier ways to make, comfort foods, and passionate about helping other people try to find those ways to eat healthier foods.
Perfect.
And running, I guess. So
awesome.
It for now. And this guy.
I love it. We're passionate about Papa Kevin too. We love Kevin.
Oh, you.
That's mine. I'll mute myself back so somebody else can go now.
Well, I'll have somebody else go on the next topic. How about that? We'll just kind of go through. All right, let's see. Oh, Keith typed his. Good. Passionate about.
And Will at Work Wednesday. I'm passionate about that too. We have a lot of fun with that. So, okay.
Love it. All right, so here's your next topic. Your next topic is your hobbies. And again, like I said, these things can overlap, and that's totally fine. So don't worry if you're writing, oh, look at the pens. He's got to do it in color, Keith. All right. I love it. So, okay. So here are some of my examples. Hiking, biking, camping, being creative, family game night, Metalsmithing. That's what I did in my previous life before Beachbody. Unplugging, reading, reading for pleasure and not for business. So those are some of my hobbies. So go ahead and just think, and anything that you just really enjoy doing. Like one of my girlfriends posted a meme today that I thought was awesome. It said, headed into Target, see you in $250. And I thought that was great because I'm like, yes, you can totally lose yourself in Target. So that would definitely be a hobby. It's something that, even if I don't spend anything, just going and walking through Target like de-stresses me because I love walking. I just love seeing all that stuff. So that can definitely be a hobby. Shopping is a great hobby. All right. I know this is short, but I want to go ahead and call on somebody. So Jenny, I'm going to pick on you, and I'm going to have you unmute yourself and give us a couple of your hobbies.
All right. I put down yoga, working in the flower bed, and I love shopping.
Yay! Now, do you consider your job a hobby too? Do you really love doing
I do. I love working with the people, talking with them. They just become family. So
yep. I would definitely put that down.
Not like a job.
Yep. Awesome. Very good. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. And again, like I said, your homework is going to be to go back and really fill these things in. I want to see a lot of examples on your sheets. All right, so we're going to do, the next one is going to be problems overcome. So I want you to kind of start digging deep with this exercise, okay? Go way back in the past if you need to. It can be lots current things. It can be stuff that, something that you overcame from your childhood or adolescence or whatever. So some of mine were, overweight, back pain, let's see, boredom and loneliness in my marriage, other people's children, marriage struggles, raising children, balancing life with elderly parents, teenagers. Those are just a few problems that I've overcome, that I have found the solution to. So I don't have a problem marriage now because we worked on it. So we're good. But it is something that we went through, something that you have gone through that you can really speak on with other people. So just all of that stuff. Not knowing how to use my Instapot. I mean, it was a struggle for me. I let it sit in the box for 4 months. So what did Keith say? Oh, the solution to teenagers? Well, I mean, I'm still working on it, but for the most part, mine turned out pretty good. All right. How about Kathy? Do you want to go, Kathy, and read off a couple of yours?
Of course you would ask me to do this one.
Ah!
All the negative stuff. All right. Just a couple of them. Some I'm still working on and some I've overcome. And most of them are like a daily process of handling each day. So I'll put family dysfunction, growing up in a household with 2 working parents, 6 children, moving 3 times before I was 13, or moving twice before I was 13, going to a new school, that kind of thing. And then when you have a lot of kids in your family, you don't always get along all the time because everybody has a different view on politics and religion, and they think they can be judgmental. So I've had to learn how to deal with that as well. And then low self-esteem, Low-tech skills with the phone and the computer. That's a big one that is still a problem to this day. So that's all I had time to write.
That's all right. That's a great list.
Okay.
That's very good. There's so many things that you can speak on and help people with from that list. So that's great. That's awesome, Kathy. Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on to shared experiences. So what this is things that you've done with other people in a group. Some of the examples would be PTO, cooking for the football team, weekly team calls, weekly coach and friend support. So I have a standing weekly meeting with a couple different coaches. Almost every day of the week, I'm talking to somebody, but it's the same, every week we meet just to talk. Beachbody Summit, Super Saturdays, family gatherings, LeConte Lodge, which is a communal lodge that's on top of a summit on a mountain in Tennessee that we go to quite often, which is very cool. It's not a hippy dippy like weird naked thing or anything. Communal sounds really strange, but it's not like that. So it's pretty cool. Let's see. Fun runs, challenge groups, Above the Stress Line, which is our camp that is a community, I think, because the people that we have in it with us, we consider, our family, but there are other people. It's a community. Let's see, and summiting a 14,000 foot mountain, and it was an accomplishment that the four of us as a family did, but when we did this hike, there was probably, 30 other people that were there and came up afterwards, and that there's a really amazing connection that you feel with people when you do something like that, and everybody has that same sense of accomplishment. So that's pretty cool. So did you have, oh, hey, the banana peel has to stay on. Sorry, unless it's in front of the husband. Because the marriage is good, right? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go with Karen on this one and let you tell us some of your shared experiences. Oh, you're muted, Karen. There you go.
Sorry, thought I clicked it. I put summits, Super Saturdays, musicals and shows with my daughter, running races, dog training, and the whole experience with running the gym.
Yeah, totally. Those are great. Very good. Nicely done. Okay. Next topic is going to be your family dynamics. And this can be a pretty interesting one for some people. So my examples are raising teens, college-age kids, adopted kids, elderly parents, 2 boys, kids' relationship with their grandparents. I am a youngest child. I have much older siblings, like 18 years older, strained family relationships, college-bound kids. Those are just some examples of some of the stages in life, family dynamics that I have. And I see you guys are still kind of thinking, because I'm going to call on Keith for this one to kind of list off. Keith is like, are you able to talk, Keith? Does your microphone work?
Oh, yeah. I haven't written anything down because I was like, what am I going to write for this?
Well, I mean, you got a lot of dynamics going on there.
Right. Well, I'm the oldest and the youngest. I'm the oldest of my mother's children, but I'm the youngest of my father's children. Hate being the youngest, by the way. I have 2 nephews and 2 nieces. I
You're
am away
single?
from my huh?
You're single?
Oh well, yeah, that too. Yeah. I am away from my family for like long periods of time at a time because I'm away at school, and I guess I don't know. My dynamic is a little bit. I never think about it, or I mean, I think about it, but I don't think about it when in terms of I have to write it down. But yeah, I guess that's my dynamic at the moment. I'm away from my family for long periods of time because I'm working on myself and trying to, I guess, better my future so that I can in turn help better their lives. And pretty much just like the highlight of any of my days is just speaking to my nephew because he's the one that I just look at like I learned so much from him. He's 5 and he just teaches me everything about the world.
If when kids they're so, they're not jaded. They can just they just say it without any kind of filter, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yes. Today, actually, he was watching Mulan for the first time, and he said, Mulan sure kills a lot of people. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, I was watching Mulan, and she calls all the snow to fall, and like a whole army. Well, they're gone, right? And I was just like, huh, I guess I never thought about that, buddy. I was like, you're 5, I'm 27. These are things I don't think about. Just watch the movie.
Nice. Okay, our last topic is going to be stages in life. So there's a lot of stuff that can be involved with this one. So here are my stages. Quickly becoming an empty nester, midlife crisis, married life, becoming financially secure and stable, but also living paycheck to paycheck, motherhood, stay-at-home mom, work-from-home mom, didn't graduate college, moved many times, lived in Michigan my whole life. Just a few different examples. And Teresa, if you're still on, I can see your ceiling, but I can't see your face. So if you're still on, Teresa, I'd love for you to share with us, but maybe she's not on. There she is.
Are you talking to me?
I am.
Well, you don't know. I've been listening to all you guys. I'm sitting here trying to figure out my Christmas gifts because we're going Christmas shopping tomorrow.
Oh, fun.
Finalize that. So I got all the kids' outfits spread out on my bed. So my thing is my daughter's graduating Saturday from Western, yes, and she's accepted a job. So just the first one going off to done with college. The second one, my son is my second child. He's in the National Guards, and just the wondering when he's going to be called up because he's saying he's going to be called up at maybe not this year but next year. Then I have a 15-year-old that does not think it's cool to talk to parents or ask any questions or communicate. I get questioned a lot about, like I said the other night, about going through midlife crisis because I'm in the best shape that I've been in and healthy, eating wise, in what has it been, 15 years? And everybody thinks I'm, so what, midlife crisis? And I'm like, no, that's not my definition of midlife crisis. I'm doing this for me. Also with aging parents and coping with the first time that they've ever gone to Florida and been gone this long. And I don't like it at all. I want my mom and dad home. Also, all of our siblings, I come from a family of 6. I'm number 2 on the youngest, and we're all pretty close. We're getting up there in age, though, so I've been very, very fortunate with my whole family. Nothing has ever happened to the 6 kids, the 6 outlaws, or the 22 grandchildren. So been very, very fortunate with that. So that's kind of like the dynamics. So
That's great. That's great. All right, you guys. That was fantastic. Now you've got some really great things. Yes, she does have a little army of her own. So what I want you to do is we're going to go kind of, not now, but your homework again, you're going to go back through these and really kind of fill in as many things as you can think of. Just pull from, do a brain dump and just pull from anything. And if they overlap, that's great. Don't worry about it. Now what I want you to do, or next what I want you to do is you're going to grab a highlighter and you are going to go through and highlight out of each one of these categories 1 to 3 of the most important things in each category. And you're going to write those down in another list. Okay? And then once you do that, you are going to narrow it down as much as you can to like your top 5. You really want to try and find your top 5 things. And from that doesn't mean those are your exact priorities, but those are a generalization of what your top priorities are going to be. So you may find that 2 of the things in the categories that are most important are the same item, and that's totally fine. So like for me, going back to my priorities, number 4 was fun fitness. And in a bunch of my highlights, I had hiking, biking, kayaking, camping, fitness. That was all part of some of my top things in a few of my categories. So for me, that meant fun fitness. So that's how you kind of have to figure your categories. That meant, the things that give me stress release, the things that I enjoy but are also physical activities. So that became one of my top 5 priorities. My passions and interests, I had my work hard to play hard. My family was a big one. So that kind of made me think about, all right, so I need to make sure that my family is included in one of my top 5 priorities. There was some, like in my hobbies, shopping was one, and in another category there was, let's see, gosh, now I can't think of where, I don't have my highlighted stuff here. But anyway, going through these really made me realize where my priorities needed to be. So once you kind of go through and start narrowing things down, then write out a list of what you think your priorities are going to be. And it doesn't have to be in the right order, but just start writing down, okay, I think these are my priorities, and I think this is how I want to list them. But then start thinking about, all right, which one needs to be put first? Then you're going to categorize things, and you're going to start listing them, number 1 through 5, and get those priorities down. And then you're going to print this out, write it out somewhere, like on a sheet of paper. I have this, I've got it on my phone. Well, not anymore. I have it on my phone, but I also have it taped right above my desk. It's on my, you can't see it, but it's in my favorites on my phone. Some people use it as their screensaver. I've got it right above my desk, and I also have one in my bathroom. And the reason why I do that is because I want to see it every day to remind myself of not only the things I need to be conscious about every day, but the things I'm going to need to be posting about all the time. So a lot of you have heard of the book Jab, 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 Right Hook. It's by Gary Vaynerchuk, and it is a really great personal development book that teaches you about how to consistently put yourself out there in small little jabs. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. These are my priorities. This is what's important to me. Now, bam, join me. Okay, that's kind of your right hook is an invitation or a private message to someone saying, hey, you know, would you like to be in my support group or whatever? But or have you ever tried, or have you ever considered the opportunity? Those are your kind of right hooks. So you're going to want to be defining these priorities so that you're going to know what to talk about when you post on social media. And again, fun fitness for me can be a ton of different things. It can be the workout program that I'm doing, that I went out for a hike, that we went kayaking or whatever, you know, lots of different things to show I'm an active person. I need fitness in my life. I need functional fitness in order to feel good about myself and to create positive energy. So things like that. And you have these priorities so that you know what to talk about when you're posting in social media. So does that, I mean, I'm kind of rounding and wrapping this all up with a little bow on the top, just to help you guys realize what this exercise is for, why we're doing it, and how it's going to help you. And does that, raise your hand, does it make sense? You understand kind of all of that? All right. Cool. Awesome. Good. I'm glad, because I was hoping I wouldn't be like all over the place with this. All right. So go ahead and unmute yourselves. And I would just like to hear maybe some feedback. And if you have any questions, if there's, all right, well, I've got these highlighted, but I don't understand how that relates to this, or how do I make this a priority? Do you guys have any questions about that? Do you need me to go in a little deeper, or does that pretty much, cover everything well?
I think you covered it pretty well.
Okay, good. Awesome, thumbs up. Good. All right. So the last thing I want to say before we kind of end. Go. Kathy's got a question. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's not really a question. It's more of a request.
Sure.
If we type this up, and are we going to share it with each other? Because for me, if I share some of the things that I write down, maybe I could get feedback from the rest of you as to like your suggestions or advice. I mean, like you, Jen, in particular, you and I have a lot of the same family things where I'm the second youngest out of 6 children, and there's a big age difference between me and my oldest brother and sister, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And if I print it and post it, maybe somebody has a suggestion they can give me as to, this is what I did.
Sure, absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I love it. So what I would suggest, what I think would be maybe really helpful is if you type it up, why don't you post it underneath in the comments of this call, or how about wait until I get the recording of this call up. I'm going to post it in team motivation first, since that's our bigger team. That's, our team under Jenny. Then put it in the comments below that and say, okay, I did the assignment. Here's what I've come up with. I would love some feedback. And then you and I can work on it one-on-one, as well as getting some other ideas from team members. Does that sound good? If you're comfortable with that? Kathy, yes?
Yeah, except that I have an unstable connection and I didn't hear all of that, but yes, that's fine.
That's all right. I will message you.
Yeah.
So, okay. Cool. No problem. So yeah, that's, if you guys want to do that, if you want to kind of dig a little bit deeper, message me and we'll go into this. We'll go into this exercise a little bit deeper, but yeah, post your list in the comments underneath the recording when I put it in team motivation, and we will help each other out with it. So that's a great suggestion. I love it. And just remember, these are going to be the things that are closest to your heart. So, make sure that you're putting yourself into this 100%, and you're going to be able to just really connect with the people that they have the similar values and loves and, you know, things that are important to them, that are important to you. So, and those are the people that you're going to want to start connecting with. And it looks like we're just on time. I got less than a minute to go. So I am going to wrap it up, and thank you guys for all hopping on. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys all in the comments and next week. All right?
Bye.
All right. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you hopping on tonight.
Bye.
Bye.